For most people, retirement feels like the end of the road. But what if that's not true at all? What if it's actually the launch pad for your greatest adventure yet? Today, we're going to explore a completely different way to think about life after your main career. So this is the big question, isn't it? The one that can really keep you up at night. After a whole lifetime of work, yeah, you've earned your rest. But then what? What comes next? Is this the time to kind of fade into the background, or is it the moment to completely reinvent yourself? The choice you make right now, well, it's a lot more important than you probably think. I want you to imagine this for a second. One day, you're a respected leader in your field. Your opinion matters. Your decades of experience are valued. And then, bam, the next day, you feel invisible. It's a real gut punch. It can leave you feeling totally lost and devalued, like everything you spent a lifetime building just vanished. And it's a feeling that way too many people know all too well. So, what do you do when you're faced with this kind of identity crisis? Well, there's one path that almost everybody considers. It seems like the obvious, empowering choice, but it's also the most dangerous. It's a trap that has, believe me, swallowed the dreams of millions. That's right. You take your retirement savings, your life savings, and you bet it all on a brand new business. It feels like the ultimate act of defiance, right? A way to reclaim your power and prove to everyone you've still got what it takes. But here's the brutal, honest truth. It's a gamble that almost always ends in disaster. 97%. Just take a second and look at that number. Let it sink in. This number is the ghost that haunts the dreams of every retiree who's ever thought, hey, maybe I'll start my own company. But what does it actually represent? And there it is, the cold, hard truth. A staggering 97% of businesses started by retirees fail. And why is that? It's because they're so often driven by desperation, not by passion. They're about trying to make money to survive, not about trying to make a difference. But what about that other 3%? Now that's where things get really interesting. Just look at this breakdown. The difference between success and failure is crystal clear. It's not about the business plan. It's not the marketing budget. As you can see right here, it all comes down to the motivation. It's all about the why. See, when you're not just chasing a paycheck, everything changes. And this right here is the secret to unlocking your second act. Okay, so if the startup dream is really a nightmare in disguise, what's the alternative? Well, it's time to just throw out the old rulebook entirely. It's time to stop seeing retirement as an ending and start seeing it as, well, as your training period. Let's just redefine the word retirement. It's not a finish line. Think of it more like a pit stop in a race. It's your chance to refuel, to re-equip yourself, and to get ready for the most important race of your life, your second leap. This is where you build the foundation for your next great chapter. And this is the choice that will define your future. The easy path? It's to jump right back on that hamster wheel, find another job, any job at all. But the powerful move, the one that will truly transform your life, is to invest in yourself. It's time to go back to school. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Go back to school? I'm retired. But listen, this isn't about getting another piece of paper to hang on the wall. This is about getting a new lease on life. It's about a concrete, actionable plan to invest in your single most valuable asset, you. This is your roadmap to reinvention. Think about it. In just 7 months, you can forge a whole new set of foundational skills. In a year, you can achieve real competency. And in 3 years, you could become a genuine expert, a force to be reckoned with in the modern world. So, what should you be learning? It's all about bridging the gap between the analog past and our digital future. We're talking about mastering the tools of the modern workplace. Things like modern computer skills, being truly competent in the digital world. And we're talking about learning the languages of the global economy, whether that's practical real-world English or another in-demand language. You see, this all comes down to a fundamental shift in your perspective. You can choose to see your next job as just a way to make money, or you can choose to see it as a place where you can work and learn. One of those paths leads to a dead end. The other one, that one leads to a whole new beginning. So, what does this actually look like in the real world? It's a pretty straightforward 3-step process. First, you dedicate real time to studying. You invest in yourself. Then, you find a role where you can put those new skills to the test, even if it's not a high-status job. And finally, you're willing to accept lower pay because you're playing the long game. You're not just earning a salary anymore, you're earning a future. So, you've put in the work,
You've embraced the grind. You've totally reinvented yourself. What's the big payoff? Well, it's something far more valuable than a corner office or a fancy title. It's a new identity, a new purpose, and a new way to make a real difference.
Because after that period of relentless growth, you're not just another cog in the machine. You're not just re-entering the workforce. You are returning to transform it.
Think about it. You've combined a lifetime of wisdom with the tools of the future. You become a bridge between generations, a true force for progress. You're not just valuable at that point, you are invaluable.
This is your new identity. You're not just a retiree anymore. You're a national treasure. You're a hero for the next generation. You're essential. And yes, you are a leader in a high-level position once again. You're not just looking for a job. You're on a mission. And this time, you are the one calling the shots. So you see, the old rules of retirement are dead. Your second leap is out there, waiting for you. The only question left is, how are you going to prepare for it?